So we're going to be having a look at CCL stock today. We're going to be looking at Carnival Cruise and what's going on with this individual stock. There seems to be a lot of sort of talk about Carnival Cruise and the CCL stock and what's going on right now. So I'm going to be looking at the charts. I'm going to share with you my opinion, what I see, and what's going on. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty guys, let's get straight into the CCL market roll, the CCL stock update right now and what I'm seeing and what actually there also could be a nice little short-term trading opportunity for you down the road as well too. Guys, today as I'm doing this recording, I'm running a 50% off my 12-month coaching program. So if you're interested in getting 12 months, then very first thing in the description, it actually ends real soon. So go check that out right now. Moving over now to CCL stock, the Carnival Cruise Line, the Carnival Corp Cruise Line, is the reason why I want to bring this up because there's been a lot of people talking about it, but I also want to really share with you what I'm seeing right now on a technical basis. This is, I think fundamentally over the next say 6 to 12 months, things are likely to pick back up, and you know I think people are likely to start to come back and start to go on the kind of start to go on cruises again, stuff like that. I know for me, for my for some friends I know and some people that I know, that Carnival Cruise Lines is one that they absolutely just love going on. They love going cruises, they love going on different places and so on and so forth. And I think going on a cruise for even just 2 or 3 days or a 3-day cruise is actually pretty phenomenal just to clear your head. And if you go on a 7-day one, then that's pretty cool as well too. I think after a few weeks I'm getting bored and I want to sort of get back home. Let me know what you think in the chat box below. Anyway, to the CCL stock. What's going on right now with the CCL stock? And a short-term trading opportunity, if you're looking for a trading opportunity, could be just around the corner. Let me share with you what I am seeing here. So on the first basis of what I'm seeing here is, let me just blow up this stock right now. And the first thing that I can see is that if I bring up my weekly charts, is that we have been absolutely just hammered to the downside. Hammered from obviously what's happened this year with the big CV, right? And you can see that we've been absolutely hammered to the downside. Now, what may be happening through here is you can see how we've been come down. We went from 50 down to 15, down to 10. But the thing is that Carnival Cruise Lines, once again, I believe they're going to come back roaring real soon. But that's yet to be seen. So as you can see, we've just been going sideways through here. Really not much going on when it comes to the overall big picture. But there are a few major levels that I'm keeping an eye on for. And let me actually bring up my trend line, like that. And let me zoom right out now and you'll be able to see what I'm looking at here. So here are the main sort of key areas that I'll be keeping an eye out for if I was buying Carnival Cruise Lines. Now again, there's probably a good short-term trading opportunity, but looking at this big picture, I can see that if we run up to around about the 25, up even to the 30, there's probably likely to be a whole bunch of area resistance if we do start to see a move. But that could also be a short-term little trading opportunity when looking at the CCL stock and also what's going on there. So looking at the weekly chart right now, we can see that once again, big thumping and big movement to the downside. But let's go have a look at the daily charts and let's see what's going on here. Let's actually bring up the last 6 months of the daily charts. And I want to share something with you that I see going on right now. First thing that I can see is that there's a whole bunch of areas of sort of a strong resistance around that sort of $19 level there, as you can see. Maybe just a bit lower than that, probably even around about maybe that $18 level there. Yeah, probably around about that $18 level there. And so you can see there's resistance there, and then we also had a bit of a support level around about that 13. So you can see this channel on an overall channel basis. You can see it's been channeling for quite some time. Now look what happened here. This is really, really, really interesting to see. So firstly, we had a bit of a gap up, and then we had a break above this $18 level right there. Okay, and then we actually backed off, and now we actually broke back up. So you can see that this whole level here around 18 is definitely stopping the markets and causing it to have a bit of problems breaking past that. We try to break up, and then we actually broke back down once through there. So if I'm looking at this level through here and this level through here, I also can see, if I'm looking up, I can see this last point over here, which is around the $24 level. If I'm looking at that, I also can see that we have around, say, that $25 level, which is quite interesting. Remember this blue line right here? This blue line is indeed, see that, I just took that off the screen there. Actually, let me actually remove that off the screen for a minute. This blue line, remember, that's that weekly line. If I go back to my weekly charts, look at this here. This blue line, which is a major support on the weekly, which will be respected real soon. Or if it does get to that, it'll be respected. So you can see the blue line comes into around about the $25 level on the weekly charts. Then if I flip it over to the daily charts, you also can see, if I zoom in just a little bit more, that the previous high, which you can see this was an area of resistance. You can see how the market came up and then rejected it off. So you can see that area of resistance in there, and you can see how that around that sort of $24, $25 level is where it's probably, if we do ever get up there, it's likely to cause a bit of resistance. So that could also create a bit of a short-term trading opportunity. If we can see that from where we are right now, the $18 level and the $25, $26 level is a lot of our resistance, then we have a lot of space here that if we did start to pick back up, that could be a very nice, 30% move overall in Carnival Cruise Lines. So it's really interesting. And one pattern that I've actually noticed and I've seen time and time and time again now is what I call the false breakout followed by the real run. I've noticed this pattern more and more and more over this last 12 months than ever before. And what is that? What happens, I've noticed, is this. Say, for example, we had this area of resistance through here. Okay, I'm drawing a fictitious sort of diagram here, and I'll be able to share with you what I'm seeing. So I've noticed that a lot of the markets come up, hit resistance, and then it'll give you a bit of a breakout. All right, breakout. Oh my goodness, it's breaking above resistance. It's gonna go run, and then it'll drop back down again, and then it'll do nothing, and then it'll break above it again, and then the second time seems to be the charm. And the market loves doing this. I've noticed it so much, and you can see this diagram here. You can see how that's what the first bit anyway is exactly what happened here. We got this resistance around the $18 level. You see it actually poked its head back above here, got people long, and then dumped on them. And then people probably obviously got out here freaking out. But look what's happened now. We ran up, and now we're just going sideways again. So if we start to get a very nice sort of strong up bar like that with a good volume behind it, then that tells me now that we have a very high probability of running up towards, say, around the $25, maybe $26 level, where we're likely to find a bit of resistance. Now, again, on a stock, that could be a 20 or 30% move on a stock. Or if it's on an option, then that could be really, really good. If you know how to trade options and you know what to look for with options, that could be quite a phenomenal tool. So on the overall picture here, even though we've been slammed for quite some time, I wouldn't be long-term buying hold Carnival Cruise Lines yet, because I would like to see a lot more. I really like to see trend analysis and trend and major time frames and so on and so forth to be up. But on a short-term trading opportunity, I can definitely see there could be something going on through here that could tell us that, okay, we could be getting ready to go for another run. And where we are right now, currently, as I'm doing this recording, is that there's probably going to be another stimulus package passed over the next, say, 1 to 2 months. And with that, we also see that in the past when that happened, especially this year, that not only did the stock market go for a big run, but the Robinhood guys used that stimulus money to pile into the markets, and the markets went through the roof. So especially if we get another stimulus package, that's going to be very bullish for a lot of stocks all around America. No, not all stocks, so don't just buy any stock. But if what I've said here about CCL stock and the Carnival Cruise Lines and the Carnival Corp, the thing is this, is that if what I've just said down on a technical basis, and then suddenly fundamentally we start to get this overall stimulus package again, I can see how we can start to see these markets go for a very, very, very nice move to the upside. So there's a lot of amazing opportunities, guys, and the more that you start to analyze and study these patterns, and the more that you see these patterns, you'll be able to start to analyze it, you'll be able to start to recognize these patterns, and then start to be able to have a very high probability of it sort of, you know, planning out for you. So I hope you enjoyed this, guys. This pattern here has worked so many times. Go back, back test it, have a look at your charts, and see what you think as well too. I hope this helps you out, guys, and I'll speak to you real soon.